Cowboy Jim, Fort McMurray, thank you for allowing me the privilege and the honor of escaping into my memories, some good life's experiences, and I guess maybe that might be the joy of getting a bit older. I never knew I was old. I was told one day, geez, shocked me. You have no idea. But I was, I've been watching the news too much. I've been watching what's called reality TV. People laying dead in the streets, and children, women, Ukrainian people. Can't get it out of my mind that Putin's, I don't think he's going to stop. If he retreated now, someone in his own country would shoot him, and they will. He has to win. If he doesn't, he'll go down in history as a failure. And he's no bloody hero, but he does not want to be referred to as a failure. And because he's lied too much to his own people, told the soldiers, this is just an exercise. You go over and hang out on the border of the Ukraine long enough, and it's just an exercise. And one Russian soldier texted his mom and said, Mom, this isn't an exercise. We're killing women, children. We're killing the Ukrainian people that we've always called cousins. And that's what Putin's done. And he's done it in great part because Joe Biden wouldn't stand up for what was right. And Joe Biden kept telling the Ukrainian people, he made sure Putin found out about it. You just have a few more things to do and we'll accept you into NATO. Well, enough of that. It's sickening. I have a world of stories. Problem is, most people don't believe me. But I'm going to do one more here before time gets away. Ex-wife walked out of the house, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago. Oh, maybe 16, 17, who knows? Doesn't matter. I looked at her. I was standing, kind of sitting on the back porch, and small house before we moved into the giant one. It was big. Whoa. And I looked at her, and I said, your dad died, didn't he? And she was just aghast. She said, yes, he did. And I said, woman, you go start booking your flight to Mexico. He lived in Mexico City or out on his ranch. He was a multi-millionaire. And Cuernavaca, I think, was where he was from, but it's been a long time since I was there. And she went in, and something hit me in the chest. It was nothing on the outside, it was the inside. And it felt like my heart was exploding. And before I even could even think about it, I had pain going down my left arm. I had pain in my left cheek, upper cheek, not lower. Okay. My shoulder blade. it was screaming at me, my left shoulder blade, and then there come a heaviness on my chest, and I could hardly breathe, and every time I did, it was with a lot of effort. My ex, she was a nurse, she had walked in the house, and I thought, I'm having a heart attack, and I can't. That lady, I still chose to love her, and it was an uphill battle. And one thing for sure, someone else's problems are sure bigger than yours when their dad had died. So I didn't say anything to my ex-wife because I'm pretty tough. I think there are 7 signs or symptoms of a heart attack. I had them all. And I walked into the house and I didn't let on. I didn't tell her anything about what was going on in my chest and in my heart. I knew I was having a heart attack, and I helped her get packed as best I could. I gave her a solace as best I could. I prayed for her. I did everything I do, everything that I knew to do, that I know to do, I did. And she was still, this was 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I had my heart attack, and when she had gotten a call. And in Mexico, they don't refrigerate people, and they don't embalm them. They plant them. They put them in a box, and they put them in the ground, or they incinerate them, whatever. And come about 1:30 in the morning, I was sitting kind of watching TV while my ex was still packing. And when I pack, I wear my clothes. Usually I'll put a toothbrush and a razor. I shave, a little bit. And that's about it. Maybe a change of pants, jeans. That's all I have. And, I have more than one pair, but you understand. I figured I couldn't die because I didn't have a suit to put on. So I'd probably be all right. And, but 1:30 in the morning, the pain was so great. My ex, I was watching TV, as I said, she was getting ready. Oh, dear Lord, I don't know how women can pack so many suitcases. Doesn't seem to matter if it's going for 1 day or 6. And she was going to make sure that she had what I call closure. It's critical. It's critical to see a person's body. It kind of like assures you in your heart and your soul, they're really gone. Good grief. And so 1:30, I said to God, I said, well, you better kill me right now, eh? Because as tough as I am, I can't stand the pain. Every time my heart beat, it just ripped my guts out. And the pain was so great and it was so real, and I am so rough and rugged, but it was just really too much for me to bear. And I had finished praying, and a minute and a half later, every vestige of pain was gone. And I thought, whoa. So I stood up and I went in to help my lady, and she left the next morning at 5 for Mexico City. And I still felt good, but along about 9 in the morning, I started to hurt again. And about 10, 11, 12, I thought, I'm not going to be able to live through another night because the pain's too big. I didn't know if my lady, who is, well, I don't like regrets much. I did the best I could with what I had to work with, which was me, and it wasn't enough. But nonetheless, I thought I won't make her through another night, and I don't sweat, eh? Like I haven't sweated since I was 50, and I was soaked. My shirt was literally soaked, and so I got up and I walked over to my little '86 vet, and I thought, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna run this puppy. And so I got in the Corvette and I backed her out the lane, and I hit the highway and I ran the gears. Dear Lord God in heaven, I can shift. And I drove over to the Black Diamond Hospital, and I walked in and I parked my vet where it could be kept, and kind of safe in the parking lot, and I locked it up, and I thought I'd sure like to get to run this thing again. And I walked into the hospital, and I was white as a ghost, eh? And I made her halfway to the emerge counter where the doctors and the nurses were, and I'm telling you, that one doctor, he just looked at me, and he came on the run. He went out around the end. He was flat out running, and he was running. I was kind of looking around, but he was running straight at me. And I said, brother, I said, pretty much think I'm having a heart attack. He said, tribute to my lifestyle, I guess, and ruggedness. He said, Jim, I know you're having a heart attack. And so he got me stretched out in the merge, and he got that little ECG going and all that. And he said, yeah, you're having a heart attack. And I thought, boy, it sure feels like I'm having something. A baby coming out of my chest or something. It must be terrible for a woman to birth a baby. It must be terrible. And but anyways, I said to him, I said, brother, I said, don't you worry about me. I'm going to be with the Lord. And he said, Jim, he said, I've been praying for you ever since you walked through the doors. He said, you're not going home, son. He said, my God won't let you go home yet. And I thought, a medical practitioner who has a belief in God, that's who you want to work on you. So he prayed for me as he worked for me, and he saved my life. They gave me a ride to the hospital, and in Foothills. That's where you go when you're having a massive heart attack. That's where the specialists are in Calgary. And I had a bit of fun. I had a few days. I may visit those days in another video. In the meantime, I'm going to have to force myself to watch people in the Ukraine being killed. So I just wanted to take this little time. I have a pretty good sense of humor, and I don't always know when to use it. But next video, we better get back to what counts. Except I'll say, I'm pretty sure we can visit this one more time in the Foothills Hospital. And if God leads me in that direction, trust me, it'll be good. Because no matter where God is leading you, the Creator and His Son, it'll be a good place. You put your trust in Him, as I know the people in the Ukraine are doing. Because my Uncle Jim Marshall said, he called me Jimmy. My mom did too. He said, Jimmy, there are no atheists in the foxholes of war. Let me tell you, you'll be pretty hard pressed to be in the Ukraine and not be praying hard. So God bless you. We're not going to get out of this life alive. I've said many times, you're going to live till you die. And only you can determine where you're going to spend eternity. And you're the only one who can. God bless you. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the privilege of remembering in order to forget what's going on today. But what is going on today is too important. God bless you. God bless you.